That is the sound of the jar of names. And I've broken it. No, I haven't. There we go. I fixed it. Right, let's pick out a name. So this podcast is for everyone, including but not excluded to Nick Pro. Okie dokie then. So, welcome to A Cup of Tea in a Podcast. This is the Cup of Tea. And this is the podcast. Right, so let's begin now with the skip list. If you want to go down to the first comment on this video, it should be, or probably won't be, the skip list. You can skip to this week's update, this week's topic, this week's tea book club, this week's question, and this week's goals update. So then, still doing the catch-up. Still got a few videos to catch up on. Sort of getting there-ish. Yeah, kind of am, kind of not. It's a bit of a difficult question. Unfortunately, as well, the internet seems to be a bit funky on my computer. I don't actually think it's the internet. I think it's my computer for some reason. Like, there's something bad between the internet connection plus my PC. Something probably going on there which I need to check out and sort it out. But I don't know what to do. So unfortunately, I think the internet might be going down slowly. Like, it might be affecting videos. I'm not too sure at the moment, but we'll see how that works out. But hopefully everything goes okay. Some other news is Cup of Adventure backlog. So far, I'm keeping up with the schedule I set myself, like a video every Friday. Although the last two videos have had a little bit of a delay. Like there was a birthday video for Purple Cookies that's slightly delayed by about a day, and then the haul video was delayed 2 days because obviously it just didn't get up in time. But it was out on the weekend, so as long as it's out by the weekend, I think I'm fine with it. Which it was. I've just put it up now as I'm recording. But the lucky thing is now I've got a backlog of about 2 videos for Cup of Adventure. So the next video you'll see on the Cup of Adventure channel will be one I've already recorded a long time ago that I had ready. I just need to record the audio for it, and I can do that, say, Tuesday. And then I can edit it way in advance, so it'll be out on the Friday. Hopefully, if things go right. That is my key word, hopefully. And I'm going to try and record it, keeping that 2-week backlog as well. So this week I'll record 3-week time video and stuff like that. But anyway, let's go on to topic now then. So let's go through the names. These will probably start to appear for tomorrow. So I need to render one for tonight. But you'll probably start seeing these in the early hours of tomorrow morning or in the afternoon. But today we have a podcast. That is what you're listening to right now. And then the next one we will see will be a Fable Adventure video called Loose Ends. Tuesday, or it won't be Tuesday, but the next one after that will be a Bioshock 2 episode called Walk in the Park. The one after that will have Village People, which is a Fable Adventure one. And then we'll have another Fable Adventure video called Oracle Pointing. And then we'll have a Bioshock 2 episode called Loot Sense, sorry, not Loose Ends. And then on the day after that, or whenever it'll be, there'll be another Fable Adventure video. And this one will be called Legend of a Hero, because it is the very last episode of A Fable Lost Chapters Anniversary Edition. The very last one. Yes, this week we're going to finish it, and then hopefully we'll get the next Let's Play out soon as well. Most of you know what it is already, but I'll do a next Let's Play Is video soon as well. Not sure when, because I haven't actually got the next game yet. I need to wait for it to be delivered. So what might happen is, I'll let you know in the next podcast, is it might be a week of Bioshock 2 and then a week of the new one, just to see how it goes, but we'll see obviously what happens with the new game. But yeah, last one this weekend, or this week. Yeah. Okay then, so now let's go on to Book Club. Book Club, reading Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell still, getting quite far into the book, about halfway. Jonathan Strange has just gone to Portugal to help the war effort, and it's actually pretty good. I completely forgot everything about this Portugal bit, except for one, which hasn't happened yet, which involves dead bodies. Anyway, let's go on to the community section now then. Let's go on to Mention Monday. These are the people that commented on the last few videos since the last podcast. If you want to get in the next Monday for the next podcast, then comment on the videos between now and the next one. So we have the Conquering Horror, Joel Wiley, Eli Gannon, 40k Warrior Man, Max Ravage, Mr. TFSL, and Nick Pro. More on why the All-Conquering Horror is named that in a second. Okay, let's go on to Q&A then. So this week we did get one question, sort of, from Nick Pro, who says, should I get Skyrim Remastered? I've never played Skyrim, but I'm afraid I will never finish the game. That's what I did with Witcher 3. What do you think? I really love Bethesda's Fallout games, but I don't know if Skyrim will be as good. Right, see if I can go through this question bit by bit. So you like the Fallout games, and Skyrim must be as good. Skyrim is very similar to Fallout 4 in terms of design. So it will definitely feel similar to that, except you only have swords in this, you won't have any guns, you don't have spells. So in that sense, it's very similar to the new Fallout, so you probably will like it for that. And any better at not finishing a game? Well, this is a sore question for me because I still have not finished it. I'm about 700, maybe 800 hours into the game because I like to look at every location first before I do any quests, which is taking a long time because there's a lot of locations. The good news is, though, this internet being down, I've had a lot of time to play it, and I'm on my third to last hold. I'm in the Pale, and then I've got Winterhold, and then I've got the other one where... How can I forget these? I've got the game loaded up right now, so I'll quickly have a look. So I'm in the Pale right now, and then after that I've got to do the Winterhold, which is where the Mages Guild is. Then after that I've got the last one, which is Windhelm. Not sure what those regions are called, I can't remember off the top of my head. But yeah, so not too far off and I'll be finished the game. I've just maxed out my heavy armour skill to 100. So I'm going to work on my light armour now. So I'm trying to get all of them up to 100 because I think it might work. Because I've obviously been playing a long time. But anyway, apart from that, yeah. And you said about the not finishing because of Witcher 3. I would say Witcher 3 is, in terms of size, they're probably about the same. So you might not finish it if you didn't finish Witcher 3. But it depends how you play it. I think if you just do the story and the quest and everything, you'll be fine. But if you want to look at every location, it'll probably take you a while. But that's that. So I'd say maybe. Give it a go. If you never played it, give it a go. But whether you'll finish it or not is a different matter. Right, so now we get on to subscribers. So this week we've gone down one subscriber to 1,193, which is down from 1,994. But we have one new name this week. We have Helenor Frosthelm, which is a very Skyrim-sounding name. Welcome. Welcome to the community. Right. If you played Skyrim, let me know. So let's go on now to questions. Last week's question was specifically for Horia, but anyone that's played Azura's Wrath. Horia says, as long as you get used to the controls and don't play on any difficulty worse than normal, it won't be too difficult to get S ranks. Oh, and Azura's Wrath is a reputation for including a few naughty scenes in it, which I know about. Also, not the true ending, you need to get 5 S rank rankings, which I think I'll probably be able to try and get because I want to get S rank anyway. Yes, it's about that. Yeah, so it sounds like it might be a bit of grinding on my part to get S ranking missions, so we can unlock the true ending. But yeah, hopefully it'll be okay. We'll find out. If it's really, really bad, I might just have to hurt myself. Okay, so quickly, I just forgot to add the this week's question in. So this week's question is, I've been looking at Elder Scrolls Online, been looking at it, not too sure what I think about it. The question is, if you've played it, do you think I should play it? Like, do you think it's a good game? Do you think it's not? I think the story looks good and everything else looks good. The only downside to me is the fact that the world doesn't seem that great. Like, I saw when you get out and you go into like a little town, it just seems very generic and very meh. So let me know what you think. That's this week's question. Okay then, let's go on now to this week's comment. Now, this week's comment is related to the Mention Monday we said earlier, and that is Horia. Because Horia this week says, I claim this first comment in the name of Horia. Yeah, this basically was a whole week-long thing, this was amazing. That whole way we've been away, everybody has had some really good comments. Like Joel Wiley had some good ones with some suggestions. Nick Pro had some good ones, saying about the Skyrim thing we just said about. Was it Nick Pro who said that? It was Nick Pro, wasn't it? It was Nick Pro, yeah. 40k Roman about the Father Wales with the I'm going to miss people out here, so I apologise, but Father Wales with the spear gun, and it would have been amazing. And it's just so many good comments. Sorry if I've missed anybody out. I know I have. There's one particular one that I've missed out, which I haven't mentioned. But anyway, this week's goes to Horia because he's basically on every single video that was released between the last podcast and this one. He managed to get first comment, and every single one of them he did get first comment. He said claimed or the conquest continues, and apart from one, I think he got every single one. So, forever shall he be known as the conqueror of the comment section. Who will topple him? Fight to the death. We shall see next week. Next podcast. But yes, that's this week's comment. This week's goals then shall we go to? So last week's goals were to get the next podcast out by next week, which it is, because this is out on it's technically the Monday, but it's technically the Sunday, because I haven't gone to bed yet, so I class it as the Sunday, which is good, which is out. So this week's podcast is pretty much the same. By the end of this Friday, which is the what? The 28th. By the end of 28th, that's a Sunday. By the 26th, I want to get the next podcast out, so that way we're sort of keeping, we're ahead of time, if that makes sense. So that's one of the goals, and the other one is to definitely start making playlists. I said last week it was going to be to try and do the playlists, the basic ones. That's one for this week as well. I'm going to definitely make at least one basic playlist, just so you can watch stuff. I might start at the beginning, so I'm going to start with Assassin's Creed, and then I'll go on to obviously the ones from there. So yeah, you have to bear with me if you want waiting for some, like probably Overlord. Probably most people are waiting for. I'll get a cup of tea because my throat. Right, Shorty's podcast, which is good. Let's finish this now, then, shall we? So I've just had a bit of a cup of tea, so I'm going to finish off now. Right, but that's that cup of tea finished. So I'll say until the next time we meet, farewell. Hopefully everything goes well. But I shall leave you with what film? Robin Hood and Little John running through the forest.